Halloween Kills is the third installment in the new retconned Halloween canon. Starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Judy Greer, and the entire town of Haddonfield, Illinois. This movie puts the Shape, Michael Myers, the boogeyman himself, against an angry mob, an incompetent police force, and a handful of Haddonfield families. Much like the original Halloween 2, Halloween Kills takes place on the same night as the 2018 Halloween, which is now, of course, a direct sequel to 1978's Halloween. This story sees Michael Myers somehow escaping his fate from the previous movie to return home, terrorizing the city of Haddonfield. Generally speaking, this was not a great movie. I enjoyed certain parts of the experience. There were callbacks, Easter eggs, and a few scenes that were entertaining at the very least. Sometimes entertaining, maybe not for the intended purpose, not for the director's or editor's intended purpose, I should say. There were some bad enough to be funny parts. There were some honestly good parts. There were some good effects. The music was great most of the time, and Laurie Strode was still Laurie Strode. So that's the good, I guess. The bad is that this was really a derivative movie, if you ask me. There's no point to it. This feels like a side quest in an open world game. Didn't really add much to the lore at all, and I don't think it achieved the intended result. So before we get into the nitpicks and spoil this whole thing from beginning to end, let me just say now that if you haven't seen this movie and you are already subscribed to Peacock, I would say go ahead and give it a watch. Especially if you're a fan of the series, you will see some familiar faces and hear some recognizable names. So there is some addition to the lore, but it doesn't feel meaningful. So if you're a completionist, if you're the type of collector who has to have everything, or the person who plays through an Arkham Knight game and gets all the Riddler trophies, then maybe go ahead and watch this. But if you're just a regular guy or gal who's not really keen to this Halloween thing, I would say absolutely do not pay a theater price to see this. And if you must watch it, try to borrow a buddy's Peacock login.